Lincoln Tunnel, through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Wilson will throw again. Step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Play action. It's Wilson. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's brought down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Fournette.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Jackson on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CDs, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be brought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be out right at the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And how about this, a fake? Dancing to his left. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's a give to Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed on the defense with that incompletion.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
Escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
He'll find Bateman once more.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Jackson will throw again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the... Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. passes down the right side. The 20. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. Pushes him over. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Wilson going to throw for it. It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a nice spin into some open field. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes this a 19-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jack touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Jackson on first down. This is caught. It's Brown. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Jets 33, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jackson.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the 4th quarter. So there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and have
touchdown.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
2nd and 10.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Leonard Fournette,
75 yards.
And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point safely through. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Convincing win here in this one, and we had some interesting plays throughout. Maybe one of the most interesting, ending the game on an onside kick. They actually recovered it, but it didn't really matter.
No, you're exactly right, and maybe they just wanted to work on something, right? Even though it wouldn't have affected the final score, you work on it, you get